Welcome to Pasta Tuesday. We all love Pasta Tuesday, don't we? It's not my favourite food in the world, pasta. I'll just eat chicken and chips forever if I live by myself. Maybe pizza as well, which I did for the first years of my life. But yeah, so all good. We've got the fuel and brake pipe put in. So that's good. What I'm thinking of doing on this one is just let's put the rear subframe in. It's in the way. I keep tripping up the damn thing. So let's bolt it on. Let's see if things still fit. And hopefully it does. And it gets that out of the way. We can build up all the radius arms actually while it's on the subframe. Yeah, and I bolted to the car. I did that last time. It works a bit easier for me anyway. Instead of trying to handle a whole subframe with all suspension on it, just build it on the car. So yeah, as I said, I have to do the fuel pipes first because they go over the top of the subframe. So we'll see that in a bit. So what we'll do, we'll get the trolley jack, and we'll try and just put the subframe in from this way. We could try and roll the car right over, so it's on its roof, and then lay it in that way. But let's see how it goes this way. I think we shouldn't be too bad. So let's dig out the nuts and bolts that we need. There we go, picked up a stainless steel bolt kit a while ago. They are technically for the later ones where you've got 4 long bolts and we only need 2. But that's fine, we'll have to just dig around for some other ones. Yeah, some nylocks and washers. So let's get the subframe down there and see what it's looking like. Okay, just put a bit of copper grease in the subframe bolt holes. Let's go get the subframe. I've got my jack down there. And I'll try and balance it on that, and then I can use that to raise it to the right level, hopefully. And then we'll see if we can get some nuts in and bolts. Okay, attempt number 1. Didn't go well. Well, it didn't go bad. Basically, while I put the new rubbers on and stuff, it just doesn't actually fit, you know, because I haven't squashed them in enough yet. So what we need to do is tighten it up. But what I might just do is see if I can find that jig. Do you remember I made that jig to go across the 2 subframe points? So if we can find that, we can wind this in till it matches, and then we should think, because we used the jig on the car, it should fit on the car. So let's see if we can find that. That was the quickest find ever. Do you remember this? Do you remember that? So what we can do is we can drop it on, put some nuts and bolts to it, and that will give us the spacing that we need. And yeah, we need to wind it in by that much to get it to fit. So the tricky thing with these is once you start winding the nut in on the back, these outer bits spin. So I'm going to try and use the angle grinder tool and see if that works and lets me get away with it. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, lovely job. Should have thought of that to start with. So yeah, let's give it another go. Okie dokie, after squeezing in the rear mounts as well, fresh rubber, maybe it's just oversized as well, maybe they are supposed to be squashed as well. I didn't go for any poly bushes, just pure rubber on this one. Let the next owner upgrade it if he wants to. Just rubber just makes it a hell of a lot easier just to line things up a little bit and just gives you a bit more wiggle room. So yeah, so I've got a bolt in each one now. So just need to add another bolt, because obviously there's supposed to be 2 in each one. But obviously if we've got 1 in, we're looking pretty good, if I do say so myself. Yeah, so let's get the other bolts in loosely, and then the whole lot can be nipped up, as they say. Fantastic. Boom. Subframe in. I think I'm alright. Yeah, battery cable. Yeah. I mean, I can do that. Worst case, battery cable's not the worst one to go over underneath the subframe, because if you ever need to take the subframe out, it's quite easy just to disconnect the cable. Although saying that, if the brake line was over the top of it as well, when you're removing away the subframe, you've obviously disconnected all the brakes anyway, so it's not like you're going to be able to re-bleed them or anything. I think that'd be a pain in the arse to at least try and, yeah, you just couldn't, I don't think. So yeah, it just saves you bending it out of the way if you sort of mean. Well, obviously a battery cable can be bent out of the way quite easily. But yeah, that's looking good. Yeah, so that's another few hours gone. Where are we going now, aren't we? Make the thing a bit heavier now, but that's good. The back end's quite close to sort of putting the suspension back on and get the reaming tool back from my dad. So we can do the radius arm. I've been offered a set of radius arms. I might just buy some as well, because I'm going to need some for the pickup, which has got none at all. But yeah, I hope that's looking good. Yeah, that Paul 15 stuff seems to be pretty good. Pretty tough, so we'll just see how long lasts. So yeah, copper grease on everything as you put stuff in. Especially those rear subframe holes, try and grease them up as much as you can. Still bloody sand coming out of places. So we'll get the airline and blow this all away. But yeah, so that's it. So we're ready to put the bias valve on once we find it. And then the brakes can be started plumbed in at the back. Need to fill, I can't remember what, I think this is a twin handbrake cable. I think I had some twin handbrake cables laying around somewhere. I don't know why I got them, or I think I ordered them by mistake. But yeah, thumbs up please, that's lovely. And hello to all the new followers that I've got, that's good. Hopefully you enjoy this as well. We will get in doing some mad, crazy stuff as well. Obviously we've still got things with the pickup. I'll keep looking at those new Fiestas, the EcoBoost engines. I've seen one done recently, and I'm thinking that'd be quite nice, one of those little 1 litres. My daughter's got a Corsa as well, so they've got those little 1 litre, 3 litre, 3-cylinder engines in. Yeah, you know, not bags of power, but yeah, that's enough for a little mini. So I don't know what I'm doing yet. Still the pickup, keep changing my mind now on the engine. We definitely have something, I just don't know what. And I've ordered some stuff up, so that's still on the way from China. So that'd be an interesting project when I tell you about that. The other thing is I've got a digital dashboard that has arrived for the Mega Squirt, which will run off the Mega Squirt for the Red Hot. So we need to assemble that. Rob from Australia, I think it's Rob, sent it to us for an experiment. So yeah, we'll show you that as well at some point in upcoming videos. Alrighty, I think that's it for now. Hopefully that feels like some good progress for me. Hopefully it feels like some good progress to you. Yeah, brilliant.